So what we're going to look at now is different ways of closing. Now, closing is obviously the pinnacle of all of the work that you do, all your marketing, all of your sales process, everything is then comes to the close. Now, there's different ways of closing. A lot of people just think that they can give the price and that's the close and that's the end of it. But there is different types of closes, and it's important that you know these, and then you, if you want to, I would definitely test them at times and see which ones best suits your clients or which ones you feel more comfortable with, because you have to be comfortable with how you close. So our first one is and this is, that's fantastic. So I can book you in on, which Dean did to Katie. Katie was saying, oh, I don't know about the party, when she was role playing, I'm not sure about that. And then eventually I was like, right, okay, well, I've got this date available, I've got these times. This time, assumption, is the best time for you. So you're kind of taking them and assuming what they need, an assumption clause. I can book you in on Wednesday, and you're assuming that they want to go ahead. So you've already kind of, you're pushing them down that funnel to the close. You know when we had that narrow bit? You're kind of pushing them in, going, right, I've gone past that, I'm going to give you my dates now and my times. Another one is a suggestion clause. So this is about all the information you've gathered off that client when you've punted them and what they've told you about what they need. Based on what you've told me, our SAS training sounds the most appropriate right now. So that's where you're suggesting what the clause is for them. You're taking everything into consideration. So, you know, it might be, for example, a bathroom suite. On what you've told me and the actual specification that you require, this is the suite for you. Or this is this, or this is this. So you're giving them a suggestion there on that clause. Scarcity clause. Yep. So that was your suggestion clause. Clause. Keep saying clause. A suggestion, someone feels as though you're very, very helpful as well, because you're giving them the option, not giving them loads of option, you're directing them where they need to go based on the information they've told you, so you've listened to them.
What does it say?
Service accommodation training sounds good, so it's just an example. So scarcity is basically you would use an end date. You might have, well, that's fantastic, and I saw people on the table using that. Well, I've only got this. So scarcity can be dates. Well, this offer's only available to this date. It can be places available. You know, it's limited. So a scarcity clause is basically saying this isn't always here. You need to take action or it's going to be gone. And then you have a summary clause. So this is where you summarize. So on our calls, we use, you know, this can be used quite a lot. So where you summarize all the key points of their needs when you punted them, all the things they've said, and then you give them the summary of how you can solve them. So you're ticking off, we can do that, we can do that, and do that, and do that, and do that. So you are reaffirming all the things that you're to do for that individual with your product or your service. So it might be, you said that you wanted a car, the engine, you want this doing, we can do this, we can do that, we can do that, and you're kicking it off, and then someone really then goes, well, you offer everything I've asked for, summarising all their key points. Next one's a bargaining clause. So if you give me X price, you might say, well, will you let us use the signs in your garden? So we used to use it where if somebody wanted a discount, we would bargain and say, okay, it's not just give. We would say, all right, if we give you this price, which is a very good price, for us, we'd like this. So you bargain with them, so it's a give situation, not just take when you're doing that. So it might be the case that, okay, I can give it for that price, but for that, we would require a testimonial that we can post on our Facebook pages. Yeah, that's fine. Or I'll give you that for this and we require that. So you're bargaining with them there. Conditioning clause. So if they've asked for X, Y, and Z, during the call or during your meeting with them. You reply with, if we can deliver X, Y, and Z, so that's the needs, are you able to commit now? So you're saying, if I can prove that we can deliver all of your needs and what you want, are you happy to go ahead?